Welcome, everybody, to Real Fun Times. I am the doctor,
And I'm Snowy.
and today we're bringing you another Minisode.
Woo!
I'm excited about these, Snowy. I've had so much fun with our Minisodes.
I really enjoyed them too.
And I don't know if we've told the people, I think we're going to start implementing these pretty regularly.
Yeah, we'll have one every few weeks, and
I think
just a good
so.
way to break up the. I'm not going to say the monotony because our episodes are awesome.
My God. No, but I know what you mean. Just break it up a little bit for us and the listener.
Oh my God! You know what we didn't do?
What's that?
Listen to Juvenile, back that ass up.
Let's do that now.
No, oh no, it's too late.
We're off to a great start.
It's
per
those bombs.
usual. I shouldn't have requested 2 in a row. I think that's where I went wrong.
Half the bottle of vodka's gone
The
now.
first one was great. Going for that second one so quickly was perhaps my mistake.
Rookie.
But I feel phenomenal. How do you feel, Snowy?
I feel pretty good.
Tell us, how have you been? What's
Feeling
up?
loosey goosey.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Just been working a whole lot. That's pretty. Oh well, I was working on the website.
The website. We've got website news, don't we?
Yes, which the website at this point, when this comes out, will have been up for a week.
Oh, cool. Hey, guys, the website's up.
Website action.
Come check it out.
Yeah. www. Can you say that anymore? Do you even?
We're gonna. We're bringing it back.
www.realfuntimespod.com.
You went like this.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I had this habit of I hold my bra straps all the time. I don't know why. Like sometimes I just hold my boob. I don't. But I held my bra straps like they were suspenders of truth.
And it was glorious.
Attached
I thought Dean Cain was about to show up here.
I liked when he hosted that Ripley's Believe It or Not show.
I did too. And I like that kind of stuff.
Me too.
The Believe It or Not. I know 99.9% of it is bullshit.
Believe it or not.
I'm not gonna. but I like the idea of thinking about it being real.
Have you ever been to any of their little museums?
I think there's one in Myrtle
There
Beach.
certainly is.
Oh.
I've been to it multiple times.
But I don't have any recollection of actually going. But we should.
I would love for us to have Myrtle Beach trip because Myrtle Beach.
Dirty Myrtle. Listen, it's close and it's fun.
It's fun. There's actually a really nice place that I do like to stay at. It's like,
oh
yeah,
we should definitely do that. I would love to do that and go to that place. They also don't they have a great aquarium?
They have a fantastic aquarium. They have a place called Alligator Adventure.
I've been to said Alligator Adventure as a child. I haven't gone as an adult.
And there's a marmoset there, and he's kind of.
What's a marmoset?
It's this little. It's kind of funky looking, teeny
like
tiny wannabe monkey.
A wannabe monkey.
But he has like crazy like old man hair. If like the old man had a bowl cut, but it was bald on top.
I love everything you're describing.
But there is this marmoset there that I'm obsessed with, and he's been there. I'm God. I hope my little buddy's still alive. But he's like, by and large, I think more of an unattractive marmoset. And I think
no.
I think he's beautiful and perfect. But the little tiny perfect looking like little queen marmoset that's over there is like, fuck you.
She won't give him any attention.
It hangs out in a hammock by itself and stares at it and judges him, and I don't like it because I love him so much.
I know people like that.
Us?
It is us.
Surprise.
I think of us like the 2 old men from the Muppet Show.
Do you know their names? I
don't.
actually like learned them the other week.
Really? What are they?
Oh, I forgot already.
Great. But hey, tune in next week when we tell you.
We'll tell you.
We bring the big reveal.
Somebody's gonna be like, I don't believe that you don't know their names, or like Hank and William.
Unsubscribe.
Cool.
1 star. We don't know all
You'll give
the
your mom
things.
1 star, bro.
Oh,
What?
easy. Whoa. She didn't mean that, guys.
Feisty.
Fantastic.
How have you been? What's up with you, bro?
Really good.
My dog is like determined to give Drea kisses today.
Here's the thing about Nala. She's wonderful, but she loves me in a way I'm uncomfortable with.
She's literally crawling all over her right now. My 60-pound
She's a
dog.
great she's a great girl. It's just that I'm a different type of pet owner, and I'm not accustomed to all this love. It's she has aggressive, slow, deliberate kisses that really gross me out.
I hope her heavy panting, I hope the mic picked that up.
So, what are we thinking about this minisode?
So I think today like, it was pretty much we were just gonna kind of shoot the shit and then maybe ask each other a few more fun questions, kind of like we did at the end of the past few minisodes after we talked about movies and everything. We figured we would skip that today.
We kind of want to save that because, well, I don't know why I need to save it. There's so many more movies to discuss, so many more decades to go over. But I'm gonna say, I'll be honest, I didn't have a lot of prep time for this minisode, so I'm very comfortable with what our direction will be,
Yeah,
which is loosey goosey. That's on brand. I thought definitely some questions.
yeah.
And do you still have some?
I do.
Should we do a little rock paper scissors? See
Sure.
who goes first?
Sure.
Oh, you you went with the sound. Try
So-
for no sound.
No, I don't like that.
Okay, let's go with the sound.
No, it's
They're-
fine. No
no, the
sounds.
mesophoniacs, they'll love it. That's so sensual. Not used to it being like that.
After dark.
Rock, paper, scissors after dark is a brilliant idea. I'm taking it straight to Comedy Central. All right, here we go.
Paper covers
You go
rock.
first.
All right. Let's see here. What do you think is one of or are a couple of the most quotable films?
Oh man, great question. Probably comedies for me.
Mhm.
Some of the most quotable comedies. Definitely Princess Bride.
Oh, yes.
So many greats. And then let's go with something a little more recent. I'm gonna go with Hangover.
Okay. That does really have
It's got some gems.
it really does. I agree with
What a
that.
great movie.
Such a fun movie.
Upset that they had to go with two more. I didn't see the need.
It's Hollywood's just a big money grab.
You know
And
what?
we're gonna profit off of it.
I think we've cracked this nut. You know what Hollywood is? For those of you that didn't know.
Yeah, it's a big old money grab.
We're gonna break it open, folks.
So like
Tune in.
Geraldo opening Al Capone's tomb.
I used to love Geraldo back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now, not as much as what was the guy? Big white hair.
Bill Donahue.
Donahue. He seemed to have a little more integrity to me than Geraldo. But I remember Geraldo getting beat up. Remember? They
Uh-huh.
threw a chair at him?
Yep. Sure do.
Yep. And there was another one. Sally.
Sally Jesse Raphael. She had the
Yes.
big red glasses.
Big red glasses. She had
Mhm.
red hair, right? Maybe blondish?
No, strawberry blondish, on the way to red.
Reddish.
Yeah.
What were some other greats? Well, of course, Oprah. Who,
Sure.
Started as just a regular type of like daytime, but then became like one of the most revered. In fact, I think that for the last week, all people have talked about is her upcoming interview with Harry and Meghan.
I could give a shit about Harry and Meghan.
So you're not watching The Crown?
No.
I kind of
now,
want to. I'm interested in it.
I've heard The Crown was good.
I've heard really good things
but
about it.
I
And
would be
right
very
now they're in the
interested.
Diana years.
I would be interested to see
Yes,
that.
and
just
I hear
because
the
she
actress
was
is
so
amazing.
um
Oh, Princess Diana stole
yeah,
our hearts.
yeah, we adored her like growing up, and like everybody hurt when she passed away.
It's
That
one
was
of those things where it's one of those questions. Where were you when X happened?
Mhm.
And for me, Princess Diana is one of those things. I was in high school. I want to say junior. I was going to Shenandoah in Virginia. My oldest sister and her husband had come to hang out because they were living real close by in Manassas,
Sure.
Virginia. And they had gotten me out of the dorm, which was always a big celebration. Anytime you can get out of the fucking dorm and hang out. And we were watching something called Escape from New York or Escape
Mhm.
from LA, something like that.
Kurt Russell.
hmm I remember having a lot of fun with it. I need to revisit those
Those are
because,
fun.
and yeah, we watched it live as it was. Everybody in the world was watching this. It was almost like that OJ moment,
That's
the
I
white
remember that.
Bronco.
Yeah, I was on vacation with my family when the OJ thing happened.
We were watching TV like that night. And I remember it being what seemed like hours of us watching this white Bronco situation.
Yeah, we were away in like a small, like quiet, like
So
beach
you weren't even
town.
watching TV. You missed it completely.
No, no, we were like getting ready for the day. Like we were like hanging out in the suite, and my mom had the TV on, and then it was kind of like I went in. I was like, "What you watching?" And then the news came on, and we just sat there, kind of
Glued.
engaged for the next several hours. And
Similar to the OJ trial. I was in high school when that happened and when the verdict came out. I was in um gym gym class and we canceled gym. Everyone was glued to the TV. The teacher was like, "We have to see this. This is a monumental moment." It was crazy.
that is crazy.
Crazy times.
When the Diana thing happened, I was in high school, and actually my friend called me and told me, because she was actually her middle name was she was named after her, and it was
Wow,
really
sure.
like
It
it
shook
was
the
a big
world.
thing for her.
My sister openly wept during this moment. I was too young, I think, to really understand the magnitude, and I didn't really know the royal or know much other than this is an important
Yeah,
lady. Um, but yeah,
I was like, oh shit, that sucks.
it wasn't.
But
Yeah, it
that's
was a
usually when
bummer,
somebody
but
famous dies. That's
it
usually my
was a bummer.
response.
But I wasn't like, oh my god, this affects me.
Right. I mean,
Many
I think
people
it
were,
was
though. Many
yeah,
people were.
sad shit.
What was your question?
Quotable movies.
Oh man, Forrest Gump, very
Mm-hmm.
quotable. But what are some that you think about?
Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Um, Oh, you know what? Honestly, Ghostbusters 2 for me, because I can quote that movie front to back, and I find myself frequently just saying little tiny bits and pieces from that movie. Um,
Office Space.
my God, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So many, just nothing popping out that's like, ooh, this
yeah,
one.
but to me, like I feel like as far as recent stuff, but definitely the first one I think I was Dazed and Confused
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
say something from that movie at least once a week,
yeah.
minimum.
I guess then we should include Finding Nemo.
Yeah, we say escape a lot on this
A lot.
podcast.
Okay, so then I've got one for you here.
Okay.
Doppelgangers. Have you ever seen one of either yourself or your friends?
I have seen tons of my friends.
Really? Because
Yes.
this question comes from an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Did you ever see that little show?
I saw it, but I
That
wasn't
big?
yeah,
They
a
had
real
a
fan.
whole episode revolving around everybody was seeing everybody else's doppelganger, and it was hilarious to me. Uh, but I've never experienced this
I have seen multiple doppelgangers of my friends, and apparently I've got a doppelganger here in town
in town.
that in town. Oh well, I did back in the day. She went to the local college. She went to NC State. And I had friends that went there, and they were like, "Yo, there's this girl that looks exactly like you that goes to school here." And I think I heard her name was like Heather.
Okay.
But apparently the only difference was that she had blonde hair. Now when I was in college, I was pretty much a blonde.
Okay.
Because part of the curriculum at my college is you have to get more and more
You have to be a
highlights
blonde.
to the.
Sure, sure, sure.
Um
That's why I didn't go to that school. I was like, oh, I'm never going to make that part of the curriculum.
but yeah, they were like, she dresses like you, she walks like you, she throws her hair up in a bun like you do. And I'm like,
you do
there can be only
you
one.
do sport a fabulous bun.
Thank you.
I've tried to meet that myself. Don't get anywhere close. My bun game needs a lot of work.
You've never seen one of your friends' doppelgangers or like
No, I've always been fascinated, always wanted to. Maybe it's I'm too desperate. Could be my problem.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna say delicate, and I was like, "Yes."
That's hilarious. Delicate has never been used as a descriptor for me, but I am flattered. All right, my friend, my buddy, it is your turn.
What songs have people said they associate with you?
I don't know that I've ever had a friend say, I've had friends say, you've got to listen to this. I'd be very interested to hear what my friends might say. That song reminds me about you, but I don't know.
I feel like I wouldn't say a particular song. Every time I hear anything remotely jam bandy, I'm like the doctor would love it. Do you like the Grateful Dead?
I do, but what's interesting is I don't have the passion for them that a lot of people that love fish do. I like them fine, and I will listen to them on occasion, but it's not the same for me. I'm not a deadhead. I'm definitely a fish head. And I didn't start this way. I was very resistant to the fish movement. In fact, I talked a lot of shit
Yeah.
early on. Yeah. I was more when fish started coming into my life, I was more into the 70s rock phase.
Hmm.
So Led Zeppelin, huge fan, the Stones. I would mock my friends openly about their little little jam band. I was like, "Oh, here they go on their tangent." uh, Hang in there, folks. We got 20 minutes if you need snacks and beverages. And my friends
Like me now.
would hate it. And then I went to my very first show, which was in retrospect, one of the most amazing experiences of my entire life, and probably has a lot to do why I'm such a fan, because it was much more than the music for me at first. It was the whole experience. My buddy flew me out to California on a whim on the weekend and was like, "We're going to this fish festival." And it was their comeback festival. They had broken up for a couple of years, and it was Halloween. People were dressed up to the nines. It was gorgeous in this huge place. So I got swept up in a magic I wasn't prepared for.
Okay.
But I don't regret it. I love those guys, and some of the best times of my life have been at those shows.
That's awesome. I actually was watching because I'm going back and rewatching all the South Parks right now. There was an episode the other night when these like college kids kind of take over South Park and they're like, "We're gonna change." And they have a big jam fest, right?
Awesome. I don't
And
think I've
they're
seen that, but I kind of want
and of course Cartman has a lot to
to.
say about it,
Sure.
and he's trying to like shut it down,
Sure.
but they are all just enjoying like free and doing the drugs, and then there's like 75 people on stage like playing different instruments for half an hour, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yo, Dre would be smack dab in the middle of that."
So smack dab in the middle,
I
man.
think she'd love
I have no shame anymore. Give me all the drugs, send me out there, let me loose. Oh man, Snowy. I think we need to go to one last question. Should I go?
Yeah, because I asked the last one.
Did you? I
I
have
did.
no idea what's happening. Those palms really get to me.
Do one more.
One more. Let's go with, what celebrities would you want to play your parents in a biopic about your life?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I would say not necessarily like for physical reasons, but because I think that they could nail their
The character.
personalities.
Hmm.
I think Sally Fields would do a great Cindy.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
And honestly, I think Sam Elliott would be a hell of a Henry.
I can see that.
Now, a little bonus for that question that you asked, who do I think would play me?
Good question. So, who would play Snow?
Again, not because we don't look anything alike. We both have light eyes. But I think she would nail the shit out of my personality. Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks. Which one's that one?
Um, she,
Beazle?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I think she could get down.
She's got
Just
that range
yeah,
for sure. That
and I've
snowy
got such
range.
a range. No.
That's great.
What about you? What's the
I'm gonna go for my mom. It's gonna be Sofia Vergara.
right.
For my dad, it's gonna be I'm gonna say a 35 to 45-year-old Clint Eastwood.
That's nice. That's cute. Okay, I didn't realize we were talking about like our parents when they were like younger. Like,
No, I mean, there's no parameters. Whatever you like.
you know what? I stick with what I said.
I like
Yeah,
what you
I
said.
stick.
I
Yeah.
think that definitely tracks for me.
Who would play? Who would play you? Do you think?
Oh boy, I don't have any confidence to answer that question. Okay, let's go with the girl that played Ugly Betty. She's cool,
Oh,
very talented. She's in Superstore.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why her name's escaping me because
I
I
don't
think
remember her name.
she's super great.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome chick. I guess that's more who I wish I was, rather than who could play me. We'll make it work.
I
All
like it.
right, where are we at with your questions? You got one more?
Sure. What food will you just not fucking eat?
There's a thing that my mom used to make when I was a child, and she would force me to eat it. That now, as an adult, I have the power to say no.
What is it?
It was her beet salad, and she
Oh, I don't
would
like beets
mix
either.
beets, carrots, mayonnaise, and boiled egg.
Was there any binder? Was there any? You said mayonnaise.
The mayonnaise.
Oh my!
When I would see the beets come out of the fridge, I would start crying. And I'd go to my room to pout because I knew there'd be a huge glop of it on my plate and I'd have to eat it. My folks were one of
Ew.
those clean up your plate before you leave the table. Now, as a kid, that was tough, you know? It's
Mhm.
not a great rule, but one thing I did appreciate from my childhood that I'll always carry with me was that my family was sit down for meals together,
Oh, that's
family,
nice.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, lunch wouldn't happen very often because of
Yeah,
school
yeah,
and
yeah.
work, but on the weekends, we just were a sit down and have our meal together family.
That's nice. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
not like that. Um, I think like a lot of other like, families, like we would usually eat in front of the TV, like and even sometimes like food would be on the table, and it's like okay, let's and we would do it occasionally, but it was definitely not a
For us,
that
it's
happens a lot now as an adult. Like we sit down together, like whenever
I love that. When we
but
sat down, when we were doing our river recordings, I really appreciate I was like, "Oh, they're this kind of
oh,
family too."
that's a us as an adults as
Yeah.
adults thing.
For us, it was a treat to be able to eat while watching TV. My family was, and particularly my mom, was one that you would never take food to the living room, right? Because of spills and that's just not she's not gonna have that. So it was a rare treat. We would feel so good. So when you were like, come on to the living room, I was like, oh wow. This is a fun house.
Like I mean when you were here,
Yeah.
that's funny. I was actually like you took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna be like every time it seems like we go to eat, you're kind of like you go towards the table, or sometimes you just sit down at the table, and sometimes like no, I'll sit in the living room, and you're just like, oh, are you sure? Is that
Really?
that's funny?
How about you?
A food that I just because I will eat most things.
You
Like
have a very
I have a very wide a very wide array
mm,
of a palate. Like I don't say no to many things. Now, kind of
no,
like
you're very adventurous.
I
When you were like all about that steak tartare,
steak, steak tartare.
I was like, "Oh my god." I'm not that
The sauce
adventurous.
makes the dish.
It's all
Um,
part of its charm.
I hate beets.
Okay.
I don't.
So
I
you would hate
that's
that salad.
yeah. That's one
So
thing.
bad.
Like I just I try, but I can't do it. Now there was this like gut shot that I was taking for a while that was beet juice, and it was beet juice and like other things, but I kind of liked it. I was like, kind of tastes like dirt. It was like, and I'm
Earthy.
kind of into it. Um, I felt like there was something the other day that I was like, you know what? Now I can't eat an apple crumble.
You cannot.
I can eat an apple pie.
You don't like the awesome topping that makes it for me.
I
The
got sick
crumbly, the
on it when I was
crunchy.
in 7th grade. That was like one I
Oh.
didn't get sick on that. I think something I had something else. That was the last thing I ate and what I spent the next 2 days puking my guts up,
Mm.
and I
Yeah,
can't I
sure.
haven't been able to eat one since.
Apple crumble.
Um, Also aspic. I don't need meat jello.
I don't know.
It's a French thing. It's
Meat jello sounds real bad.
it's I like meat, I don't mind jello. Like,
Separately, fine.
yeah, I don't, but that's
Let's not intertwine them.
yeah. Like, I don't mind, like, sweetbreads, I don't mind, like, organ meat, like, I don't yeah, I think probably beets and aspic, that's pretty much,
That's it.
yeah,
Those are your two antis.
yeah, please don't make those for me.
I will be sure not to.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make a note, highlighted in red. Oh man,
Well,
Snowy.
buddy,
What a fun time. We're out of
indeed it
time.
has been.
I had a fun bonus question, but we're all out of time.
Oh,
I'll tell it to you so that you can ponder about it,
okay.
but we can't discuss. And
Oh
that is Star Wars v Star Trek.
oh, Star Wars.
Yeah? Easy.
Yeah, that's not a question for me.
I have a lot to say, but also, now that's not to say I'm anti.
Oh, no, my god, no, I
Particularly the latest uh works.
really enjoyed those Star Trek movies.
Well, even the television show Discovery has been fantastic. Below Decks was a great
I never
time.
watched the shows. I've only ever seen like
Oh,
an episode here and there, so
I was a
I
next
can't
gen
really speak
kid.
to that. Like,
Next gen kid for
okay,
sure. Data and Geordi. Of course, Captain Picard is the one and only
was that the
captain.
one Reading Rainbow guy was on?
That's right.
Okay,
He had the little visor because he
yeah.
was blind.
What was his name?
Geordi.
That okay. I was like Visor. Was that his name?
It was. They called him Vicey, Vice.
uh,
But man, what a good time. I love these minisodes. We're gonna keep pumping them out. We
yeah,
got lots of questions to ask each other.
so many. Getting to know you,
Getting to know.
all about you.
The people love this.
They
We should do
the voice of an
an
angel.
entire
A musical episode? Got
yes,
it.
like Grey's Anatomy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I should. Yep. That was hard to get
So
through.
bad.
That was
As a fan of the
embarrassing.
show, tough.
Now, the musical Buffy episode actually had some of the scariest villains that that I recall in Buffy.
I saw Buffy here and there. Was never the fan that most people my age during that time.
And there were these things, they were like in all black and they were super pale and they had these big kind of bulbous and they didn't, I don't believe they spoke and they just kind of floated and they, to me, they were terrifying. Even if I saw them, if I saw them now, I'd be like, ah, no. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. So we're gonna wrap this one up, but before we do, you know what we've got to do?
Plug shit.
Well, let's do that. But before we do that, we gotta pick our next film.
Oh my God, we do.
We gotta do Sombrero.
Sombrero.
Amazing.
I know what I'm hoping for. It's definitely one of yours.
Oh?
Yeah. This looks like my handwriting. Oh, no, Maximum Overdrive.
Oh,
yay!
was that what you were
Nope.
thinking?
No.
But still a good one.
Yeah, I'm still super excited about it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm very excited about that.
This is the directorial. That's not right.
Directorial, yeah.
Directorial? English seems weird right now. Directorial does not sound like a proper term, but we're gonna go with it.
Debut.
For Stephen King.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Now he's given us. Has he given us anything for the podcast so far?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but I'm willing to bet he'll be a returning.
He's about to.
A champion.
I think I'm gonna throw in Society.
Society. I don't know
Yeah.
this one.
This it's a rich kid. He's always been rich, and then he's always kind of felt out of place.
Okay.
And
Anyone we know in it?
I think there are. It's from the 80s,
Okay.
but then I think he realizes that him, like all the rich people around him, they're like doing something sinister or to get them into
Okay.
this. The picture, like the cover is it almost looks like a brain or like a growth, and it's society. So
Ooh,
yeah,
into it.
yeah. I think
Should
that'd be
be
a
a
fun
fun
one.
ride.
Yeah,
All right. Well, it's been an amazing show, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on our Minisode numero cinco. We probably shouldn't keep a numeric count of the minisodes, but I'm gonna.
that's fine. I like it.
And
Um,
you know what? We'd love to hear from you guys. And where can they reach out?
they can reach out on Facebook, on Instagram, now on our website, www.
That's right. How do
dot
they go there? Oh, right. I should let you stop. Keep talking.
Well, you go to www.realfuntimespod.com.
Real Fun Times the Pod.
Real Fun Times Pod.
Real Fun Times Pod. POD.
Dot
Dot
com.
com. I can spell.
And then we are working on, you can access all of our episodes there. We're working on getting all of our old episodes
Our
somehow
back catalog. That's right. Because we
uploaded
had
up there.
about 16 before we
Mhm.
started the new upgrade episodes.
That, working on a blog. You can read about us. You
Yeah.
can contact us.
Like us, share us, tell a friend, tell a
Yeah.
family member, tell anyone you see out in the
Yeah.
world.
When you were checking out at the grocery store,
Realfuntimes.com.
be like,
Wait,
do you
that's
like
not
podcasts?
the right one.
Yeah, that's
Tell
not-
them the right one.
realfuntimespod.com.
That's it. I'll get there, guys.
It's fine.
And join us next week as we go into
Maximum Overdrive.
maximum overdrive. All right, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you later. Thank you for listening to Real Fun Times, your favorite movie podcast.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Real Fun Times. REELFUNTIMES. Real Fun Times is produced by Drea Age, Rose Age, and Noelle Phelps. The thoughts and opinions expressed herein are solely those of the individual hosts, nobody else's. No one's.
Real Fun Times is not affiliated with or connected to any of the motion pictures, music, or other clips played within this podcast. All movie clips and music included in this podcast are the intellectual property of the respective copyright holders. They're included here for review purposes, and absolutely no infringement is intended.
And lastly, a tip of the hat and a sincere thank you to our friend Autopsy Summer Camp for our rad outro music. To hear more of his offerings and collaborations, check him out on Instagram at Autopsy Summer Camp.